most of us are going and trying to recreate the summer of 2016, because essentially the summer of 2016 was one of the best times we had in our lives. And also we're trying to recreate all the best memories that we had. But if you're coming from the place of trying to recreate these memories, we can't really do that because it's impossible. Because when that memory happened, when that amazing moment in your life happened, you were not trying to recreate anything. You were just being in the present moment. You're just living in the present moment. And that's the whole thing, because you're out there trying to recreate all these memories and you really can't recreate them. And if you're trying your best, it doesn't really happen. You're unable to recreate that memory. That memory was that present moment. Your past was that present moment. All the best memories that you had in your life were all unplanned. All the best situations, all the best moments that you had in your life were all unplanned. You never planned for them. And when those things were happening at that given moment, you were not deciding like, oh yes, I am recreating my childhood here. You were just being at the very present moment. You were living at that present moment, because that is all there is. Now, the reason why we try to recreate these memories and we're unable to be and live in this present moment, because we are so attached to the past and we're worrying about the future. And most of the times we have so many things that is going on inside our mind. We have so many emotional attachment and triggers. Like we have so much pain, we have so much trauma. We are holding on to our trauma, and we have not let go of it. We are being run by our trauma every single waking moment of our lives. We are run by our trauma every single day, and every decision we make, every word that we speak, and every thought that we have is kind of being run by our trauma. It's kind of being run by our past. And that's the reason why we're unable to live in the present moment. It's because you might have had a bad breakup 2 years ago. I mean, that happened 2 years ago. You have the power to actually move on and live in the present moment, but it still runs you. Whenever you go walk in your favorite date spot, whenever you go spot the restaurant where you guys used to go hang out, where you guys used to go and spend amazing time together, it reminds you of that relationship. It reminds you of all the pain that you went through. It reminds you of all the shameful things. It reminds you of all the guilt. You feel so guilty for not staying in that relationship. And now you have this pain inside you. You have this feeling of hurt. You have this guilt, and it's taking up so much mental space, and you fail to live in the present moment. And when you fail to live in this present moment, you're unable to create any good memories. You're unable to even enjoy life to its fullest. You'll be watching a movie and you'll still be reminded of all the painful situations that happened in your life. You'll still be reminded of all these traumatic things that happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You're still being run by that. And you'll fail to even appreciate the movie in front of you. You'll be in this vacation spot. Like me, you'll be in this park, all right? And it'll remind you of your date spot. Like you and your date used to come hang out in this park, and this will remind you of all the painful memories of that relationship, and you'll fail to appreciate nature in itself. You'll fail to appreciate this amazing thing called life. Now that brings me on to this childlike wonder that we lost. When you were a child, all right, every day was a new day. Every day was an adventure. You'd wake up and you'd be so excited to see what today holds, what's going to happen today. And somewhere along our life, along the lines, we kind of lost this childlike wonder. We kind of lost this spark for life that we had. And it's due to because so many situations happened, all right? Life wasn't so pretty. We had society telling us to behave in a certain way. We had our parents telling us to behave in a certain way, or else you'll be punished. We had people come and tell us some mean things. Our teachers, our friends, our family friends, relatives, all these people came and instilled their belief systems on us. And due to that, we kind of conditioned ourselves into acting, behaving, thinking, and feeling in a certain way, it just seemed to be acceptable in today's society or in any given social situation. And we kind of condition ourselves to believe that this is the way we must live. We must not express our love, we must not express our happiness. And we have this new belief system like being in the present moment is not worth it. And we don't really kind of align ourselves in the present moment because we have so much of trauma that's backing us up, so much of these triggered emotions, so much of these thoughts that's taking up our mental space. And we fail to appreciate this moment because back in the summer of 2016, you lived in the present moment. That's why the summer of 2016 was so amazing. You cherished every single second, every single minute. You were not thinking about the past, you were not thinking about the future, and even the best memories in your life, the best events, the best memories that you ever have, all of them you were living at that given moment. You were not worried about anything else. You and your friends hanging out for the last time. None of you knew that that was the last time you guys would hang out together. And that was amazing because you lived in the present moment. That was all there is. There is no past, there is no future. When the future comes, it eventually will be the present moment. When the past was there, it was the present moment. I mean, you have the ability to let go of all the trauma and start to embrace the present moment. That's it. It's the reason we are unable to live in the present moment is because of this past trauma. All this past trauma, this pain, this emotions of hate, it's all crowded up in our mind, in our heart, and we feel it on a daily basis. And we have the fear of being judged by other people. Like if we jump around and laugh, we feel that we are being judged. I mean, we feel like we'll be judged if we go to a park. You can be a grown up adult, and if you feel like going to a park, go to a park. If you feel like being in nature, go be in nature. It doesn't matter. And I have noticed, like, I'll be in a restaurant and I'll see people, like even my close friends, will be so afraid to even pick up the phone and say what they actually want to say because they're looking around and they're seeing how people react to them talking. I mean, everybody else has the same fear. It's okay, you can say what you want. Obviously, you cannot say something very, very, very inappropriate in public situations, but still, when you are talking to your loved ones on the phone, you're so scared to pick up the phone and be loud. I mean, embrace the present moment. Embrace yourself. Shed off this negative beliefs. Shed off the past trauma. It doesn't really define who you are because this moment is all there is. And stop trying to recreate your best memories because when you're coming from a place of recreating the best memories that you ever had or the best moments in your life, you can't really recreate them. Because when that moment happened, you were not trying to recreate. So align yourself to the present moment and watch your life just become way, 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 way more beautiful and amazing. And your life becomes a movie. It essentially turns into a movie because if you're always living in the present moment, and if you choose to experience, act, live, feel, and think only in this higher vibrational emotions, such as love, joy, happiness, you don't really get triggered by petty issues, and you're not holding on to your trauma, not holding on to those painful memories and situations that you had in your life, you'll essentially live a movie. You live your life like a movie, and everything will be so amazing, everything will be so awesome. And you'll feel like the main character in your movie, and things are just happening. And now it'll be so much more easier for you to manifest whatever you desire, because manifestation happens only if your mind is free from all these lower vibrational emotions. And your mind can be free from these lower vibrational emotions only if you let go of the trauma that is connected with these lower vibrational emotions. Only when you raise to this higher vibrational frequency, align yourself to love, joy, happiness, you will manifest things related to those higher vibrational emotions. Because you right now, you have manifested everything in your life. Your outer life is a reflection of your inner reality. So master your inner reality and watch your outer reality transform. And this is essentially the art of living in the present moment.